Hello, I'm Mason Vanderlucht, Adult Services Librarian for the Waynesville Library. Today we're going to make this quilled paper wreath holiday card. This video is being published as instructions for a take and make kit that will be available December 2025. But if you're watching this after then, we've included a list of necessary supplies in the video description. Included in your kit is one paper quilling tool, one pack of paper strips in dark green, light green, and red, one small bottle of tacky glue, several toothpicks for applying the glue, and one card blank. Thank you to the Friends of the Library for funding this program, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Before you begin, dispense a drop of glue onto a surface, like a sheet of paper or a paper plate. We'll apply this to the paper in small amounts using the supplied toothpicks. We'll begin by making a ring using one of the dark green strips. If you have a ruler, mark halfway or 27 centimeters down one of the strips. Don't fold the strip, as this makes it harder to keep the circular shape we want. Glue the end of the strip to where the marking is, then wrap the outside of the loop around the first circle, gluing as you go. This will help keep the circular shape. Don't worry if it isn't perfectly circular, as you'll have the opportunity to adjust it when you apply it to the card. This design is made of 4 basic shapes. We'll start by making each of these shapes, then assemble them all together at the end. The simplest shape we'll make is a tight coil. We'll make this of the red paper to look like holly berries. We'll use 1/2 of one strip for each. I recommend ripping the strips rather than cutting them with scissors, as the ripped edge will lay flatter against the shape than a cut edge. We'll begin by inserting the cut end of the strip into the slot of the tool, then spinning the tool to coil the strip. I like to use my fingernail to push the coil off of the tool from the center to help keep it together. Holding the outside of the shape to keep it together, press in the other direction to flatten the shape. Apply a small amount of glue to the tail end of the paper, then hold it for a moment so that it sticks together. For the card, you'll need about 16 of this shape and color. The next shape we'll make is the loose coil. We'll use the light green color for this, and each will use 1/3 of a strip of paper. You can approximate this by eye, or if you prefer to measure, 1/3 of a strip is 18 centimeters. This will begin the same way as the tight coil, except when we're finished rolling it, we'll pull it off the tool and allow the shape to loosen, not applying any glue. We'll want 6 of these. The next shape we'll make is called a marquee. We'll make 12 of these, half of light green, half of dark green, and each will use 1/2 of a strip. For this, we'll start with a tight coil, hold it on the outside, and let it loosen to about 1 centimeter in diameter. We'll glue the end, hold it a moment to dry, then set it aside and continue making the rest of them the same way. After a few minutes, the glue should have dried enough to form the shape. We'll pinch the circle on opposite ends. I think the shape looks best if you don't pinch it very hard. I also like to pinch perpendicular to the seam so that the seam can be where the glue is applied to the final artwork, hiding it. The final shape is the evergreen bough, and it's a bit tricky. I like to start in the middle of the strip to help keep things symmetrical. We'll fold it to create these leaflet shapes with a little space in between them where we'll apply the glue. First, we're going to fold the strip in half. About 15 to 20 millimeters down on each side, we'll fold the paper back up to start on the first 3 leaflets. Just short of the center leaflet, we'll fold the sides back down. Now we have our first 3 leaflets. About 5 millimeters further down, we'll fold either end back up. This will create a space where we can glue the sides together, creating a stalk. We'll repeat this process 3 more times for a total of 9 leaflets, then glue the bottom together to finish the shape. We'll make 8 of these, all in the dark green. I don't use quite a full strip for these, but you can trim the end of the stalk to an appropriate proportion. To assemble the wreath, we'll first glue the ring to the card. This is your opportunity to make it as circular as you can, but it really doesn't need to be perfect. Once this has had a minute or two to dry, we can begin gluing the shapes we created to the inside and outside of the ring. I like to apply glue to the seams of the shapes to hide them. I began with the bows and filled in from there, but this is a good chance to apply your own creativity. If you get to a point where you like how the wreath looks, don't feel like you need to use all of the shapes you created. If you'd like, you can further decorate the front of the card with a brief message, with any leftover quilled shapes you may have, or any other holiday decorations you may have, like stamps, stickers, or ribbon. You can set this out as a decoration, or give it to a loved one as a homemade card. I hope you enjoyed this craft. Please feel free to contact me if you have any issues. Thank you to the Friends of the Library for funding this and all of the library's programs. Happy holidays to you and your family from all of us at the Haywood County Public Library. Thanks for watching.